It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. All of these incredible faces already here in chat. We're gonna make some fun times today, and I am even joined by Stranger Peace as well. Say hello. Oh my goodness, and we're gonna get right into it today. Look at all these incredible faces. We're gonna get to every single one of you here. Oh, and the song is incredible. Let's go on over. Woo! And look at this setup. We whipped this together just today because I'm a perfectionist and I hated what I first put together, and so I had to put something new together instead. But welcome to the first ever stream of Team Sanity Academy. I am so thrilled to be here, and I'm with my buddy here.
Hey, how's it going? This is Stranger Peace, otherwise known as Jeffrey, otherwise known as Jeff, and I am so excited to share, to get right into the meat of it with G-Teach here. Woo. And it is absolutely one of the resources that we have here. One of the opportunities that we have here is to not just teach you the technical side, right? It's also to get you in on handling life as a streamer, how to handle the everyday up and downs, how to get into the communication nitty gritty. That way you know what to do on mic and don't just stand there like a deer in headlights going, what is happening? Oh no, oh no. We are here to help.
That is exactly what we're here for. We are just ready, willing, and able to be the greatest teachers and tech support imaginable for each and every person here for anything that is needed, workshops, you name it. We're going to be here to make sure that everything that you do for your stream looks absolutely incredible. A lot of chats have been circulating around. Let's do a quick, just go through and say hi to people. We got Dogface, we got New Clay Nurse, we got Evans, we've got Beefy. Oh, Wotan's here. Oh my goodness. Cuttlefish is being a great mod right now. Snarky's here. Mrs. Snarky, I should say. Oh, yeah. All of these lovely people. I hope I don't think I missed anybody yet.
Nope.
Oh, and Snarky, Mrs. Snarky, we're just so happy to be doing this, if I'm being honest.
Absolutely.
We've been chatting about this behind the scenes for a very long time now. We've got so many different things planned. I think to kind of start off, we might talk about a little bit of our backgrounds and why we're even qualified in the first place to do something like this. Because, you know, there could easily be somebody come in here like, what the hell? Who do you think you are talking like this? Like,
what are you doing even? Why are you here?
And so, yes, that's a, you know what? For Nuke, that is exactly how he streams. Drink mead, step 2, make eyes. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right, Roden.
Yeah. Now, not everybody can pull that off. It's more of a Nuke exclusive here. But I think it would be a great way to start off if I'm gonna actually let Stranger here talk a little bit about why he is qualified, what he's going to be focusing on with Academy and whatnot, and how we're going to go from there. Also,
absolutely.
hi, sweetie.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, G-Teach. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I have a background in the performing arts for about 20 years, both on stage and off stage. So I've worked as a sound tech in professional theater shows. I have worked on stage as an actor in a bunch of plays, and I've also been a voice actor in the past. In addition to that, I've also done podcasting work, including Gaming Fix, Eighth Door, and a couple of other podcasts. I've also created music for them. And beyond that, in my former career, I was also a pro touring musician for about 15 years. Now, that's all resume stuff. That's all CV stuff. Okay, cool, great. What am I actually going to be talking about here? What's the nitty gritty? The nitty gritty is this. You can go on YouTube right now, and you can find 10,000 technical tutorials. What I want this academy to set us apart with is that, well, we're trying to aim towards the stuff that people don't talk about. What does that include? That includes things like etiquette. It includes things like trying to work out a goal as a streamer. It includes things like off-platform interaction. What does that actually look like? It can include things also like setting boundaries for yourself, post-stream self-care, understanding what you can control and what you can't control, as well as, well, making your goals smarter. I'll also be focusing on some communication basics too. I mean, sort of the nuts and bolts stuff. And this can include things like, diction exercises, or rate exercises, or playing with your voice in ways that draw people in without having to, have some sort of, baritone that's right up here in the ASMR range.
Or a very fancy, voice mod soundboard like I have. Like, you don't...
Exactly.
There's other ways around that.
Yeah. And so I'm going to be focusing on sort of the humanistic approach for streaming, because we are here taking what's called a whole streamer approach. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. But to us, it's not just about the tech. It's not just about your camera. It's not just about your mic. It's about the whole streaming presentation. And that includes you. And now I'm going to kick it over to G-Teach.
Woo!
Go ahead. Tell us all about yourself.
So, as it's probably fairly obvious, my employment, what I went to school for, was actually to be a car mechanic. No, I'm totally kidding. It's very much that I am a teacher. I have been teaching since, officially after graduation. I started teaching in 2018. I've been teaching for a couple of years now. It's in my third year of teaching at this point. Swap back and forth between teaching tech and English, and so I have this very unique perspective because my three main areas involve technology, English, and theater. So we were bonding over that theater thing because, kind of like him, I've been in a ton of different theatrical things, whether it be musicals, plays. Between my time in middle school all the way up through college, I was in well over 20 plays and musicals. I was doing a variety of shows with the improv acting group that I formed at my college. It was actually the very first improv group to ever exist at our college, and it's still going to this day. It's the weirdest thing to like go back and see like them making posts on social media when I'm just like, oh wow, that used to be us like like 5-6 years ago. Like that was us doing that, and so really cool. Cuddle, you're so cute. IRL teachers, I know, it's crazy.
Right, exactly.
And so I swapped back and forth for a while, not knowing which subject I really wanted to teach, whether it was going to be English or something technology related. Come to find out, I really felt a little more passionate about the tech component of it, especially with how education has gone recently. English has turned into a lot of testing. I hate tests. I didn't like giving them, and I didn't like taking them. So like, why would I continue to be a part of that system when I don't like it? And so,
Preach.
As of this year, I am now officially, and will be for a very long time, a STEM teacher. And so I am poised and placed perfectly to be able to do all of the stuff that we're working with here. And so, while it is important to make sure that we have all of the emotional, physical, and mental support, at the end of the day, we are streaming, so we still need the technical support.
That's absolutely right. Absolutely right.
And so I've done so many different fancy things, like pretty much everything on my stream at this point. There's very few things that I stole from places. I've like made myself. Using various programs and whatnot, and so it's been a lot of fun to kind of self-teach myself a lot of these things. There was nothing that existed like this when I got into streaming. I literally just sat down and said, I'm gonna figure this out, and now I'm doing this. It's kind of weird to be at that point.
Right.
But we both kind of come from that background of like, we have the tech piece, we have the emotional piece, and then we also have the theatrical piece, which is important when it comes to streaming. We'll get a little bit more to that as we move forward here. I want to catch up with chat here real quick.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Nuke, we're going to try to make it as invaluable as possible. We're going to be providing all sorts of free shit to you guys here to help you guys better your stream. That's what we're here for. We're here to better your stream, better yourself as a streamer, and make sure that you're also taking care of yourself as a streamer. which that third part is where a lot of people forget that. So
yeah, exactly. And Southern drawl is absolutely okay, Mrs. Snarky. Like look, I can say from experience that sometimes Southern drawl is exactly what you need in order to secure viewers. All right, you just pop out that Alabama accent, and then the next thing you know, you're just like, all right, cool. As far as DFG's question about what happens if an accident, I will say we'll be covering stuff like that, externalities. Like sometimes life happens, and sometimes emergencies happen.
Yes.
And how do you handle that? Because that's an important skill set that I feel doesn't get taught enough is emergency response.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that can be on stream or off stream. So
yeah,
there's a lot that goes into that. Especially with obviously it seems to have died down a little bit, but the whole thing with hate raids and bot accounts, follow bots, all of that type of stuff was a pretty big deal, and everybody was trying to figure out, like, what do we do?
Right.
Like those and more topics, like it's gonna be really based on around what you guys want to know. We're gonna be here to make sure that you guys get to know everything and anything that you want, and we'll sprinkle in some stuff you may not know you want.
Exactly. Like sidechain compression. You want that. Trust me. If nothing else, if you come away with it from nothing else, we're going to teach you sidechain compression. It's going to improve your stream so much.
It's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And so I think we're coming up around the time where it might be a good idea to do our first giveaway of the stream. Cuddle is sitting in the background right now, making sure that everything is functioning in that sense. And so I think it is about that time, and we're going to do that right now. She's going to get some stuff together here, and we're going to give away a Steam key, if I recall.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Absolutely. We have a Steam key to give away. So exclamation mark giveaway in your chat right now. Exclamation mark giveaway. If you could put an exclamation mark giveaway, it'll enter you into our chat to be able to get a free Steam key. That's exclamation mark giveaway, in case you haven't done so already. It's exclamation mark giveaway. Exclamation mark giveaway. Exclamation mark giveaway. And one more time, exclamation mark giveaway.
So that's actually our intercom. We're still working on getting it all set up in the academy here. Cuddle is our principal. She doesn't usually like to step into the classroom. She's more of a hands-off principal, which is very nice. Not a lot of schools like that, but here at the academy we have top tier everything. Everything always works. Nothing ever crashes. We always get the funding that we need. Like there's absolutely no issues with the academy.
Yeah, there's never any external interference. Yeah, no, we have things perfect.
Oh yeah, everything is absolutely perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, but seriously, this is one of those things where I want to definitely shout out a Cuttlefish and everyone in Team Sanity here for the support to give us this platform, because y'all are golden people. I love every single one of you, and all of you are wonderful.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And I don't have that voice like that. Although I could mix things up a little bit and just be like, Emma loves all of you. And that's what we mean by
Rocco?
voices. Where's what?
Where's Rocco?
Oh my goodness. I've got a lot of voices in my arsenal. Working on some new ones, because after a while people feel a little creeped out by Elmo, especially when Elmo starts swearing. Because we all know if Sesame Street was anything like beyond rated G, Elmo would be the first to swear.
And that's your first lesson. Elmo would indeed be the first to swear. And what does this teach us?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm thinking we're doing the giveaway, right? So we're doing a little raffle thing.
All right, I'm showing Cuddle's stream here.
Awesome.
And it looks like, well, we only have 2 participants?
We only have 2 people that have entered this giveaway at this moment. If you would like to win a free Steam key, !giveaway in your chat right now, and your name will go right there.
You know what?
Right there.
Why not?
Yeah, you know what? Get people in here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, perfection. There we go. I already have most of Steam.
The entire of Steam.
I do understand that. I definitely do understand that.
So one of the things that I think this illustrates a good basic principle is incentivization. So we're not just doing this just because we're doing a kind of community thing. We're also doing this in order to show you that you have a plethora of tools to use and incentivize engagement in certain ways. Now, it can be really easy to go overboard with these tools.
Yes.
But one thing that we can at least go one thing at a time here, giveaways. Like, what's the program that we're using here, GTeach?
This is called Lock Tools with 3 H's for some reason. So LACHHH tools.
Lock tools. Okay.
Lock Tools. Yes. A little bit of phlegm in there. A little bit of phlegm.
Yeah.
And so this is a platform that you can utilize for things like giveaways. Totally useful for being able to show animations of those giveaways as well. Just overall, it gives you a lot of flexibility with how you want to do your giveaways and whatnot. And I also believe on Lock Tools, they provide you with stuff to give away, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
If I looked into that correctly, yeah. Like define
Scottish phlegm.
Yeah, define plethora. I can think of a great number of things that word might mean.
So,
Dog
you know what? Just in case anyone's watching and doesn't know the word plethora, plethora means a great variety of many things. So, perfect pun there by Dogface Gamer. Absolutely
Yes.
perfect.
Absolutely.
So yeah, one of the things that you can do to also get things going is institute a countdown. So a lot of times when you're engaging chat, whether it's a slow chat, a quick chat, a medium chat, or anywhere in between,
Yes.
and you need to incentivize engagement, you can actually hook on, and there's a whole public relations thing about this, like you can look up the marketing psychology, where people will be more inclined to participate when you put in a countdown. So
Absolutely.
like for instance, let's go ahead and put a countdown in this one.
Yeah, countdown giveaway. Let's do it.
Like in like in chat, because this countdown is not that's different. I
Gotcha.
meant like can I get like a 5 in chat?
okay.
Can somebody give me a 5 and then
Okay.
a 4?
Yeah, let's see who does it first here. Let's see. We're gonna get a lot of 5s at once.
There's Snark.
Oh,
Yep.
Snarky's on it. Yeah. 420. Damn it. Oh. 17, 7, 2. 111, 11, 1. So thank goodness this is not a math class, because otherwise we would have been screwed. Absolutely screwed. But yes, what's nice about Lock Tools is that it shows even something as simple as this here, where it goes through and it rotates through everybody to give this beautiful animation and figure out somebody to give a little prize to. Didn't go to school, Evans? That is quite all right. Oh, and look at that. Our countdown master herself is the winner of the first giveaway.
Perfect. Perfect.
Could not have chosen that better myself.
Exactly. Congratulations, Mrs. Snarky. Hope you enjoyed that stream key.
Yes.
And notice what we're doing here too. As we're announcing the stream key, right? We're also making sure to highlight, give time to the winner. right? Where we're sort of drawing in attention with a variety of vocal techniques, which we can go over, but we're also taking the time to congratulate the winner. Now, this all seems like very duh stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, everyone knows that. But I promise you, having been a person in this position, when you press that go live button, all of a sudden you don't have any more thoughts. All of a sudden you're just like, wait, how do I talk again? Do I talk? Do I breathe? Do I use words?
It's not wrong. You start to get to a point where, like, you're told on multiple occasions to fill the dead air, to talk, to be able to basically provide entertainment even when there's nobody to talk with. And there is a reason for that. And it's because a lot of the time when somebody comes into a stream and they don't have anything to engage with, they get that first impression in the first 10 seconds. And so if they come in and they're here and they're looking at you, they're watching to see, all right, how does this person act? How do they talk? What do they talk about? And so on.
Oh, DFG,
Dogface,
DFG.
yeah, you gotta be kinder to yourself. That's I don't know. I feel like you're doing a phenomenal job. And in all honesty, we are gonna put you on the spot here in a little while, as you volunteer to be our very first stream review that we're gonna be doing. And we'll be going through and actually reviewing different channels to see how they have set them up, to see if it's actually set up properly, if it looks good, if it's aesthetically pleasing. And because I'm a teacher, Cuddle asked me to put together a rubric.
Yep.
And then I literally went and put together a rubric.
Yep. There's a rubric.
It looks like an actual legitimate rubric that you would have been handed in school, and Cuddle just starts laughing at me because apparently I took it too literally, but she said she wanted a rubric, and so I made a rubric.
Yeah, let's get the rubric out,
DFG, don't you worry. I do what is called a compliment sandwich. I used to do a lot of stream reviews, and I'm trying to get back into doing them on TikTok, where I would have people submit their names, and I would make TikToks on how their channel was set up. And I'd start off with something that you were doing very well with. Then in the middle, I would kind of give like some feedback of, oh, this is something that could be worked on because we want it to be of the highest quality. And then we finish off with, hey, this is another thing you're doing really, really good. And then gives them a shout out as well, because it also gets to show just what it is that they are. I'm getting distracted. I think that was Nuke there.
Yeah, that was Nuke.
Just Nuke dancing. I can't. But yeah, so I would go through and I would look at everything, do the compliment sandwich. How does this work? How are we going to support people when we are not live? Is there a way we can have a say in the content to make sure it's relevant to us as the students?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. What were you thinking here, stranger?
So there's a couple of tools. The very first tool is the Google form and survey that we have designed. Ooh. So there's going to be a link in the chat. 1 second. Let me pull that up. Oh, and there's the Discord. Perfect.
Awesome.
And so if you join the Discord
will have a lot of immediate like Q&A responses to help with if something comes up. Then we can quickly help you out, try to get things going if there's like just a quick question of some kind. And then yes, we have a form that you can fill out where if you want to be put on the spot, we'll be able to come on here and actually go through an in-depth channel review to see what you're excelling at and what might need a little additional work.
Right. And not to mention, we're also planning on developing off-stream resources for you. So this includes things like YouTube videos that go through things like diction exercises or breathing exercises or tech tutorials, where if people are interested and people really want to put in the work, we can even put together assignment sheets for you. Like, that is a thing
Wow.
that we can do.
DFG, don't call us out like that, okay?
Look, we're teachers. We just love throwing work at people. That's what we do.
But
oh my God.
That
Hey,
is something,
Tori.
that is something to think about at the end of the day. A lot of people getting into streaming not knowing that streaming can be challenging. And even though you might not necessarily think from outside that it is a job, it is very much like a second job, especially if you want it to be something that excels, that you want to continue to grow, continue to make content and so on. You want to be able to have all of that.
Right, exactly. And when you're going through those sort of growing pains, right, in that first 3 months, you know, and you're pushing to affiliate. Maybe you got affiliate early, but now it's like, well, wait a minute, what do I do with this? Well, there are so many options in the Twitch menu. Emotes, what? It's so overwhelming. So one of the things that we also want to do is talk about making smart goals, not just goals that kick you down the curb because, you know, they're too big. You know, figuring out how to chunk your time and chunk your accomplishments in small ways such that you can get some momentum, not just for your stream, but for yourself. Because I'm going to tell you now, the biggest thing, and not just in streaming, I'm talking performing arts broadly, the biggest thing that gets people to stop, that turns people away from the stage, from the screen, from the microphone, from everything is burnout.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Burnout is always the worst.
It's so much because you're going to have days where you're going to come on and it's going to be like, I feel like refried beans on a sidewalk. And I don't want to feel like refried beans on a sidewalk.
Absolutely.
What do I do about this? And so how do I jazz myself up?
Yeah.
And one of the things that we really want to sort of emphasize here is using the tech and the performance in consonance. That way, the tech makes your life easier instead of harder, and also to prevent burnout and taking care of yourself and doing the whole goal setting thing properly.
Absolutely. And so I do want to come back here. Oh boy. Thank you for
is
this.
there a hype train?
Very close here. So thank you very much for the sub. Oh, and the biddies coming in from Cuddlefish here. And yep, we just started a hype train, guys. Woo! Spread the hype in the chat.
Let's go.
This is a great way to show off what is called a hype train. It's why you should also very much have a hype command for your chat, so that way you can all celebrate all together. Oh my goodness, and oh, my wife is coming in here now and they're giving a little bit of biddies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow, things are going crazy here, and I'm trying to catch up on questions here. You guys are just going insane.
Yeah, this is great. This is perfect.
All right, so here's a great question. So Cuttlefish asked, does the Discord have a place where we can find links to things talked about and a place to meet up to have one-on-one help? Yes, there is. We have a specific section in our Discord channel where you can, it's listed under, I believe it's called Academy.
Yeah, Team Sanity Academy.
Team Sanity Academy, where we'll post links to everything. We will post all sorts of resources. That'll be where some of the videos that we make will go. In addition to a place where if you need to hop on, show your screen, get some one-on-one help, you'll be able to get exactly that. And yes, DFG, it is... A lot of people don't understand that content creation is a lot of effort. Yes. It might be... A lot of people think it's easy to start, and a lot of people don't understand the whole concept of like, well, why would somebody want to watch somebody play games? And here's my rebuttal that always works, because typically the people who are saying that at one point in their lifetime has watched sports. And I say, well, your argument is that we could just go and play the game ourselves. Well, do you like, especially around where I live, I'm in prime Buffalo Bills mafia area, like proud Bills mafia. I'm easily able to say, like, you enjoy the Bills games, right? And they're like, well, yeah, of course I do. I love watching the Bills. And I'm like, why watch them when you can go and play the game yourself? And immediately they're just like, well, I mean, they walk face first right into the point.
Right, exactly.
Quit roasting my former self.
Exactly. And thank you, Nucleic Nurse, for the 77 bits. Thank you. Oh my God, there's rhubarb's here. Oh no, I love it. I love it. So many good people here. Some incredible individuals. Exactly. Dogface Gamer says the percentage of streamers that get by just on their gaming ability is probably 0.00001% of streamers. The fact is that nearly 100% of streamers are watched because of the streamer. Thank you so much, DFG, because that is an excellent point. One thing beginning streamers can get really bogged down into is Twitch is a broadcast. They sort of get it into your head that Twitch is a broadcast channel that is a skill showcase. Mm-hmm. And as a result of subscribing to that mentality, what ends up happening is that, well, you get really self-conscious when you fail too much, or you get very self-conscious when you're like, oh, I'm playing kind of like poopy today, and what do I do about this? I'm gonna lose viewers because I'm not playing well enough. And we are both here to say, look, most of Twitch streamers, it's not about the skills showcase. Mm-hmm. It is absolutely about you as a person. The skills, in fact, some of the best streamers I've ever met, they completely are just not good at the games they play. Just some hot that's garbage. Okay. Yeah. And it actually makes it more enjoyable to watch things just kind of go wrong and see the streamer's reaction.
Absolutely. Yes, Evans, that's a very good point. Esports is for skill. You watch streamers for the entertainment and personality.
Yes.
Hitting that point right on the money. That's the entire idea, because it all comes down to whether or not you can offer something when you are streaming that they cannot get anywhere else. It all comes down to that. Because if you're not offering something that they can't get elsewhere, then why would they go and watch you? Because chances are then there's probably somebody who's a lot more popular that they can go and watch instead.
Exactly.
And so, yes, you do not need to be a good gamer. Spend your time trying to be a good gamer. Yeah, you're gonna hit burnout very, very quickly. It's just more fun to tell them to get good. Yes. just get good. That'll improve everything.
Oh yeah, just get good. It's fine.
If you have a hand camera, chances are you don't actually need a hand camera.
Yeah, no, that's real. So we should answer what a stream review actually consists of.
Yes. So a stream review consists of, you know what? I'm gonna pull up my I'm gonna pull up my rubric that I worked on. You guys will be very proud of this, I'm sure.
It's so good. It's so good.
Like I said, I put a lot of effort into this stuff just because that's who I am. And so let's bring it on over here.
Yep.
So here is our here's our channel review rubric. And so essentially what we're looking for here is going through and basically providing feedback in one of 4 key areas. And so, like I said, I went above and beyond with this rubric here.
It's so good, though.
So I'm happy for those who enjoy it. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. So I will actually post the link to this in the Discord channel as well, so that way you can take a look at this. It's very nice to kind of have like levels, because when you first start off streaming, you're not going to be out of 5 for everything. I will tell you right now, my channel is not out of 5 for everything.
Same.
It just isn't. And so why would I not want to try and strive to do better? It's more to show that there is a way to develop. Cameras overlapping relevant content a negative. Is cameras overlapping relevant content a negative?
Yeah, I think what Evans is doing is pointing out that I think my camera is in, or our cameras are a little bit obscuring the rubric.
Well, I can hide our stuff real quick here.
Perfect.
Let me do exactly that real quick here. So this is another thing to kind of test out. We didn't get to test this out, so now we can hide ourselves and you guys can see everything. And right. Yes, it reminds you of all the syllabi you didn't read in college. Yes. Here, why don't I? Yeah. I'm going to kind of zoom out here a little bit and try to position it perfectly so you can see just about everything. Oh, perfect, just like that. So, like I said, I will also post a link for this. I've got the link for it and everything. Yes, I will post it in Discord, so it's not there yet, but I figured we would talk about it first. You don't like streamers who curse too much? Hey, that is a preference. That's honestly probably why they have the 18 and older feature that you can do, where if it's an 18 and older stream, then chances are there's probably going to be a lot more swearing. Right. But yes, you're welcome, Mrs. Snarky. So yeah, the 4 main categories that we're looking at here. First one is content. Content obviously is going to be the most important. So when you get up to a 5, basically the highest you can potentially get up to really have good content. For starters, your consumable content, such as your clips, your past broadcasts, and your uploads, they're present, they're saved for future viewing, and there's a lot of it. Because if somebody's enjoying your content, you want to make sure that they have enough to go and watch, because if they finish one thing, then they're going to want to watch more. And so making sure you, and a lot of people forget to do this, checking that one little box that says save past broadcasts.
Oh yeah.
You'd be surprised at how many streamers forget to do that, and then they don't have any content when you go to their page. They might have a couple of clips, but clips will only get you so far, because clips at max are like, what, a minute long?
Yeah, they're usually a minute long. And not to mention that for those of you who are maybe DJs on Twitch and like, well, I can't really do VODs because of DMCA. Twitch recently rolled out a feature where you can have no VODs recorded tied to category. So if you set your category to music, and then it won't record the VOD. But if you set your category to say, I don't know, Apex or Fortnite or Final Fantasy 14, it'll save the VOD. And so they've made it much easier in recent days.
And something also to keep in mind, if this is something that you might have forgotten to do, Mrs. Snarky, if you had set it up so that when you are streaming, you are also simultaneously recording your stream and you have the files, you can go and upload that content into Twitch. Like, you're allowed to go and re-upload your stuff, especially if it's past, like, what is it? How long do they save it for? Like 14 days or something? It's like usually like 2 weeks that they save VODs. After the VOD goes away, you can always take your recording, re-upload it. And it's something that people can go and rewatch. Now, at that point, I might recommend also dropping it into YouTube, because I don't know if Twitch sets a limit on file size.
Not to my knowledge, but one of the things that we'll also be talking about is it's very valuable to upload your stuff to YouTube, and we'll get into that when we get to cross-platform marketing.
Yes.
It's a whole thing.
Yep. And that goes into a couple different things, but for content, once again, there's multiple methods for viewers to interact with you, kind of like what we just showed with the lock tools. That's one method of interacting. There's an auto host list set up for further content. A lot of people underestimate how important it is to have an auto host list, to have a list of streamers that you really like and have them being shown on your channel when you are not live, because that might introduce them to other people in your community, and it kind of helps to expand their content. especially if they run out of stuff that they want to watch of you, then they have like, all right, so this person now recommends this streamer. I can go and watch this person now.
Yep.
And then lastly, with that content, looking into your entertaining and enjoyable to watch as a streamer. That's a really big one. It might be only one sentence, but people aren't going to stick around if they aren't enjoying and being entertained.
Right. And presentation is a lot of that part of that entertainment, and that I'm not just talking about overlay. Overlay only does so much.
Absolutely. Ooh, Lesby's coming in here with the host.
All right. Thank you, Lesby. Awesome.
Oh, and Snarky is all fixed up with the auto VOD. And yes, it is very important to have that community building. Community building is something that is super underestimated. Because when you're helping out the community, it all starts to become a camaraderie, kind of like what Team Sanity is. Oh, I realized nobody can see my face right now. I was making a face.
Same. I like the dance.
And so moving on from that, well, let's see here. Gotten so mad at you in the past. Would you sit down and watch your content? Seriously though, it's one of the most important. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like that's a really big thing. Like, would you sit down and watch your content? If your answer is no, then you got something to work on.
Yeah.
There's something that needs to be changed if that's the case, because otherwise, like, if you won't watch you, then why do you expect others to watch you?
Exactly.
So moving on. Now, this is a piece that I look at a lot, especially because I think it's another really underestimated area. Aesthetic.
Yep.
Your page looks clean and professional, keeps a consistent theme throughout all the tabs that you have. So not just on like the home tab, but also your about tab, your schedule tab, all of that. It all keeps a consistent theme, and it's not like scattered all over the place. Like, you have your panels and your banners there, they match the theme. Cuddle knows this one a little too well because she watched a lot of I think that's actually how Cuddle and I first met. Was she caught one of my channel reviews on TikTok, and she went and fixed all of this stuff based on what I was talking about. And the one main thing was there's a color background that you can set on Twitch that you can set to any color, and a lot of people forget to change that, and so they would have like a random color that didn't match their theme. And I would always point it out if that were the case, because it looks bad, and you don't always necessarily notice it unless you're looking for it.
Right. I mean,
people,
I can already tell you my profile does not match. Like, it is not a 5.
Well, like I said, I might have put this all together, but I will tell you right now, I'm not at a perfect 20 out of 20. That's for sure. And Mrs. Snarky, we all have stuff that we could work on. Nothing of mine is perfect, and nor will I over pretend that, because as a teacher, we're always learning right along with you.
Exactly. It's a reciprocal relationship.
Yes, and also Nod's an artist. And yes, Cuddle, I know I fell off the wagon of making reviews for a little while because I just ran out of time in the day, because I used to be teaching at a job where I would have to be there. I would have to leave my apartment before like in the 6 o'clock hour, and I would typically not get home until after like 5-6 o'clock. Because they worked us for very long hours. And then I would pretty much just get like right into a stream and then pass out. I didn't do a very good job of that, like keeping good check of myself on things.
I get that. And that could be something that we can cover absolutely, because it's an important self-balance thing. I actually had a question about so the your stream overlay alert, sound design, and video quality are the highest caliber possible for your setup. Can you say more about that?
Yes. So while we do recognize that everybody's setup is different, there is a high quality that you can reach in terms of your individual setup. I never count it against anybody if you are lacking in equipment for your stream, because nobody is going to, like, very few people are going to have the perfect $6,000 like mega computer that's going to have every single piece of high quality equipment imaginable. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm saying that you have an overlay, your alerts are set up so that way people actually know that when they're contributing, it's being recognized, it's being noticed. Right. And then sound design is once again another really underestimated thing, because you need to be able to understand the person that you are watching. If you can't understand them, if their audio quality is not good enough, and you're not able to, this was a great example. I had, oh geez, who was it? There was somebody in particular, and I'm blanking on them, and they said, your audio quality is really good, and I would love to know more about it, because what I typically do is I like to put on somebody's stream and then walk away and just listen to it. I don't necessarily watch it all the time. I like to be able to have like just the audio so that I can keep things, so I can keep doing things. Yeah. And so audio is super underestimated, because even if you don't have a camera, which some people, don't have cameras, or they do the what's it called? Streams. No cam streams. Jeez, I'm trying to remember what it's called when they have like an animated avatar instead. Oh,
VTube.
VTuber, yes.
Yeah. Wait, you gotta kill him with those shoulders.
Thank you, Snorlax, for the sub. There's a lot of comments here that I missed out on here. So let me just take a look here. Yeah. Yes, Twitch is a journey, all on the path together. And yes, Cuddle will yell at me. Or no, Cuddle will yell at me, and my wife will yell at me. Don't you worry. Honestly, Cuddle, my first review back, when I started doing them on my personal TikTok, it's gonna be yours. There's no way for me to do it otherwise. It's going to be your channel.
That's the G-Teach guarantee.
That is the G-Teach guarantee. And then let's see. Trust and believe the education is mutual. Absolutely. Yeah. If there's ever anything that you guys want us to take a look at that we don't know about, like, oh please, we will more than willing to do that.
Exactly.
But yes, people watch a stream with their ears first and their eyes second. Absolutely, that is a great way to do that. And so video quality is all dependent on what your machine can handle. Whatever it is that you're streaming off of, you shouldn't try to push it beyond what it's supposed to be at. You don't even want to push it to what its limit is. You want to have a comfortable medium, and that means trying to experiment. So don't try to make it look better than what your machine is capable of, because then at that point, if you're pushing it too hard, then it's going to end up affecting the video quality more negatively than if you had just gone with a lower resolution in the first place.
Right.
And so that comes down to a little bit more of the technical side of things to help improve the aesthetic. It's kind of like this connection of the two with one another.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so our third area is information. Now, this is something that I always look for, and I was shocked at how many people did not have this. A clear description of who you are and what your channel offers, provided it's easy to locate. I could not even tell you how many people asked for a channel review, and they didn't even put in a description of themselves. They had no description. They had no information about themselves, and the only panel that they had was one for donate.
Yep.
And while I do recognize that, yes, a lot of people do this as a second source of income, it doesn't look great when you do that.
No.
I will say. And so it's important to have that first impression be, no, DFG, it's not you. Don't worry. No. These were some. Be nice to him. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. How did they already know about the basement? Oh yeah, sorry. There's no Team Sanity basement. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Listen, guys, there's a bar down there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a very nice bar. It's still under construction, but it's, you know, externally packed. So yes, all relevant social media is provided in all areas of the page as well. So that doesn't just mean in your panels, but also the links that Twitch provides, where you can put in your links as well. Typically, it's good to have something like a links page of some kind. Most commonly used or most commonly heard of is, I can only think of the one that I use, which is not the most commonly used.
Linktree?
Linktree, that's the one. I used to use Linktree. And I ended up swapping to Willow because it was included in my Streamlabs Prime account.
Oh, nice.
And so I got like the premium version of it included, and so I was just like, might as well do that. And my wife is saying the cats are sad that I locked them out. All right, maybe I'll open the door. I'll let them in here.
GTH, do we have the same cat? Like,
It's
we
It's
may
possible.
have the same cat.
How is DFG always messaging me from it then? Dude's always just chilling there.
You know,
This
in the
is
re-education room.
the re-education. Oh my goodness, that's great.
There never has been nor ever will be a re-education room, torture basement of any kind.
It's but what if it's a voluntary torture basement?
That's a different thing, and you need a consent form for that.
You guys are literally gonna make this like Team Sanity lore. Like, we gotta stop.
I honestly think it might be too late.
Yeah.
It might be too late at this point, but yeah, whatever happened to user delete? I can't. I freaking can't. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure between I saw Dalish post a design of a house that she had made that was beautiful, and all I could think of is, is she like casually planning out the designs for the Team Sanity house that we will have one day?
Ooh.
Because wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
Be able to come and go as you please. That would be great. Of course, Dalish. I was looking at that earlier and I almost responded. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna talk about her when she comes in. How about you?
Exactly.
Team Sanity, Big Brother. Oh my god.
So, Cuddlefish has a question. Is there going to be a way people can sign up to have their streams reviewed each week? How will that work? Can I pay you to have my stream be reviewed faster, or is it based off order of sign up?
So for starters, it's based off of order of sign up. We do not accept bribes.
Nope.
Yeah,
No
like
bribes
as teachers, we really have a lot of self-control in that regard. Otherwise, we wouldn't be teachers.
Correct.
And so in terms of a way to sign up, what was it? I think we had a command set up. Or was it? I believe it was also on the form.
It is on the form.
Yes, it's definitely on the form.
Yeah, no, that's how you do it.
F's in the chat for Evan. I'm an accountant, so perhaps to bribe.
Perhaps to bribes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
So you can sign up through a form, and then once the way it works is that you'll sign up while you're in stream, while you're watching us right now. And you have to be not streaming at the same time. So we're not going to review channels that are live.
No.
Further, it's going to be a queue where it resets every stream. So, 10 people, there's a maximum of 10 people can sign up per stream for stream reviews, because otherwise it's just like, we're sitting here for it's like 15 hours, 50 hours. And, We need to sleep.
Snarky, you do what you're comfortable with, but just know that we will always be excessively kind when it comes to these reviews. The point is not to like make people feel horrible. Like if you want to sign up for it, you're more than welcome to, and in the future you're welcome to sign up for it again, so that way we can see where improvements have been made.
Exactly.
Like that's the idea. It's not just a once and done. It's an ongoing process. Just like if we were writing a paper in English class, it's not just you have the rough draft and then you go through several drafts afterwards. That's exactly how it goes. But in the future, yes, if you type the command for join, it will throw you into the lists, and we'll be able to do it that way as well.
And there's a nice little extension here, Play with Team Sanity TTV, and I see Cuddlefish's name right there.
Yes. Oh, are we gonna? Well, I know that DFG had been volunteered first, so do we want to? We can move into that shortly here after we finish going over the rubric, because we still haven't gotten that far.
Oh yes.
Like legit follow-up? Yeah, I know. We do a full-on follow-up. But yes, you have to be present to sign up and have it reviewed. Yep. Otherwise, we won't do it because it won't really help you out much.
Exactly.
If you're not here. Now, it might prove useful to others to see like maybe where they can also improve their stuff, but it's kind of where it goes into things. Oh, Cuddle left the queue. Oh.
Okay.
Well. Guess she no longer wanted it. She wants it specifically on my TikTok. She's been waiting for some time for that one.
Indeed.
But that's okay. So if anybody else feels daring to have their channel reviewed, then feel free to join that as we finish up wrapping up what it is that we're talking about here for the rubric. This rubric is just a good way to help us visualize what it is that we're looking for.
Absolutely.
And so
are we on brand?
You were just finishing up with information. So the other big thing is all relevant social media is provided in all areas of your page, and you've provided recommended streamers to watch while offline. That's another big thing. Given all of that information, they've got everything that they could possibly need right there, ready to go. Then we can move on to brand here. So the biggest thing that we're looking for here, for starters, that you have a logo. It looks professional and matches your overall content. Typically speaking, and this is kind of crazy, a lot of people don't actually have a logo of any kind. And so when it comes to having a logo, there's actually a lot of easy ways to make one and have it ready to go. And there's a lot of free ways to do it. That's the other big thing. A lot of free methods for that we will be going over. Especially when I go over one of my first tech tips. It's going to be a very useful program that I have that we're going to go over here potentially today. We'll see how much time we get to here. You are homeschooled, so this whole present your work in front of the class is still rather new.
Hey, I get it. I also homeschool crew, so I totally get it. And, that's something that we can talk about practicing.
Yes, I am the product of public education.
All good.
So yes, your logo, and then also expanded content and opportunities for supporting your content are provided and easily accessible. So that's a lot to digest there. So what I mean by that is diversifying your content. It's not all on Twitch, and that might sound confusing, because this is a Twitch channel review. But the biggest reason for diversifying your content is making sure that you have your content in multiple places in the unfortunate circumstance that one of those places goes down and out, whether that be temporarily or permanently. Obviously, Twitch has had its fair share of controversies, and it's important to have backups.
Yes.
Very important to have backups. And also because out of all the platforms for making content, Twitch is one of the more challenging ones to grow on.
Yeah.
It takes a lot more effort than it does on some other platforms to have some growth. And so
there's no discoverability. There's no algorithm helping out anyone. It's just word of mouth usually.
Absolutely. And so that's what I mean by making sure to diversify your content, because if you're missing out on that, then honestly, you're just doing a disservice to yourself. And so, in addition to that, with the opportunities for supporting you, so having things like a merch store set up, which merch stores nowadays are actually very easy to set up. Merch stores can be set up completely for free. The store will take like a percentage of it rather than charging you to have your store in the first place. Same with things like donations and sponsors. People want to know that, like, hey, guess what? You're part of this big thing. It's really cool. It's really exciting. And it might sound confusing that I did mention that having a donations available is important. When, you know, a couple boxes up, I had talked about how it was unfortunate that somebody's page had only a donations button and that's it. It's still important to have, but if it's the only thing you have, then your intentions and your priorities become very clear.
Yep.
And so that's what I mean by that. It shouldn't be the only thing, but it's still something important to include. Because when people enjoy content, they want to support it. But you got to make sure that the content is actually there.
Right.
And so all of that comes together for what it is that we are looking at. Real talk, you think merch is important? Never set up a merch related because I never imagine people want to spend money on my stuff. All right, so I'm gonna bring our cameras back on here real quick.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to talk about this one. So this is interesting. At the very minimum, setting up a merch store allows you to get merch of your stream for yourself. Great example.
Ta-da.
This hat that I wear on every single stream came from my merch store. And as a result of me getting this, I had a couple of people who were just like, that hat is really cool. I really like that. And I even had somebody say, I collect hats. And so I'm always looking for a new hat to wear. And so I would say at the very least, take the time to set it up. If it doesn't do anything crazy for you, that's fine, but the option is still there. Like personally, I'm gonna be ordering a t-shirt soon for my stream. So that way I'm not, I actually have some stuff that I can wear regularly for people to actually see of my channel, which is kind of cool. And it also, if you end up wearing it elsewhere, that's just you advertising your stream.
Can I quick weigh in on this too?
Yeah, absolutely.
One more aspect that I use my merch store for. I'm not necessarily sold on my merch store, which is through Threadless, and I tend to prefer their fabrics because they're a little bit more plus size friendly. What I use it is to commemorate jokes made by my chat. So my chat will make all kinds of trolly jokes, and I'm a Phasmophobia streamer, right? And I'm actually wearing a piece of merch here. Let me stand up here real quick.
Ooh, hold on. We're gonna go to the intermission screen real quick so we can see this a little bit better.
So this was a joke they made where if you remember the old song Mambo Number 5, this is EMF number 5. And it's commemorating a kind of good time joke. And this is something I do like quite a bit. Like my chat randomly created a kind of cult. Not a literal cult, don't worry. Don't call the FBI. Don't call the FBI.
That's great.
But like I made merch for it. So it's just like, it's a way for people to participate in community. And yeah, I don't make huge bucks off of it, but it's a way to get people to remember.
It's also a way to flex artistic abilities if you are somebody who is very artistic, because then you can put your art on shirts. And so Mrs. Snarky, Teespring, great great option. There's really not many like bad options, I would say. Personally, I use the Streamlabs merch store just because I have the pro account with them. I got it a while back, and so I have a lot of extra options that I can have, and they had a lot of products for me. And so like I did something similar with you. I had a stream that went down in classroom history, because my community, we lovingly call ourselves the classroom. Where I don't necessarily rage. That's not something I usually do. But I got to a point where I was playing Halo with a couple of friends, and there was a lot of friendly fire. And they were just doing it purposefully. And so I got to a point where I just started yelling, "Just kill me." And one of the things that I said during said rant, as they just killed me one after the other, I just yelled out, "I am a piece of meat." And immediately after that stream, the next stream that I was in the next day, half the chat was just like, "Dude, I need a shirt of that."
Yep.
And so I made "I am a piece of meat" shirt. And that's a way to bond with your community right there. Like, you get to tell stories about things like merch.
Exactly.
And yes, DFG, my lovely moderator changed my Discord server from the classroom to the G Spot.
Well,
Because for some reason I trusted him of all people to moderate, and he sometimes is just as bad.
oh, hi, Miss Seraphim. Welcome to the Stream Academy here. We're just talking about merch.
Yes. Okay, so there was a question I wanted to get to from Cuddle from a while back about discoverability. Showcase. So we, our lovely people here at Team Sanity, do exactly that. We do showcase streams where we bring on different streamers from different backgrounds to come on in and get showcased and be everything all about their stream, what they do, what they stand for, and so on. We absolutely love doing it. It's such a fun time. That's how I ended up here and doing this. I was in a showcase. Yeah. And so lot of fun stuff on that. We will have people who would want to have something from us with them, meaning me. I have started a collection of mugs from our Twitch friends. Yes. That's awesome. But yes, merch is a great way of networking and supporting other streamers, because most merch stores have a pretty good payout rate, and so it's a good way to increase your revenue if that's something that is needed, because a lot of streamers, you know, obviously look to have a little bit of extra income coming in from this. And so, and yes, I feel like I do need to make a shirt called with the G spot on it. I can't go into public with it, but it'll be something like, "I found the G spot." Like,
it's a piano, and it'll have the G note, and it'll just have a little red spot on it.
Wait, you gotta kill him
Thomas,
with those
thank you for the sub. Sliding in like, "Hello."
Hey, Thomas, thank you for the
What is
sub.
up? Thank you. But yes, merch is a fun way to stretch your creativity. I love doing it for that exact reason. I mean, Cuddle actually has a and I've honestly been thinking about potentially setting up like an Etsy store of some kind, just because my wife has a Cricut. And a while back, my wife actually made Cuddle a wine tumbler, an insulated wine tumbler with her logo on it.
Oh, wow.
And shipped it straight to her. And I see Cuddle using it like all the time, so it's still awesome to see that was that is a thing that she loves so much. And so I think we're a bit overdue for a giveaway. And yes, Mrs. G Teach is the best. I think we're a little overdue for a giveaway here, so I think let's go for a giveaway. Have the G Spot experience. I can't. I'm never escaping that. That's going to become part of the lore of my community specifically. Yeah, Dalish, that honestly wouldn't be the worst idea. Oh,
All right.
yes. Yes.
All right, everyone. So if you will, go ahead and type in !giveaway. That's !giveaway. And you too could actually win a Steam key, not a stream key. That's a different thing. A Steam key for a particular game here. It is something that we do here as not just a way to incentivize, not just as a way to build a community, but also to thank you, to literally thank you for being in our chat, for engaging with us, for asking these questions, because yes, we absolutely love giving you this knowledge, and we will literally talk all night to you if you let us.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, that's why Principal Cuddle is here, to make sure that, like, no, you need to sleep.
Yeah, like, no. Like, stop, calm down. Calm down.
Excellent. Yeah, well, you know what, Nurse? You're so close. You're so close, Nurse. Nuke, so all you have to, it's actually much easier. You press Shift 1, exactly like that. So you get a little interrobang, as they call it.
Yeah, honestly, Mrs. Snarky, I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore. This whole like teaching thing, like you don't sleep.
Yeah, I'm in a PhD program. I don't know. I haven't known what sleep is in like 5 years.
Jeez.
Nuke. Oh my God, Nuke.
oh my goodness.
So, !giveaway. There we go, right there. Yeah, that's right, Mrs. Snarky. I will never sleep again because I'm in a PhD program for philosophy, which means I'm here to think about all the questions that people go, why are you thinking about that? And I go, I don't know. And then I cry in the corner. But yeah, no, please go ahead and enter. It's completely free, no cost to you, no risk if you lose, all the benefits if you win. So,
whoops.
That's right.
I just realized by showing them and doing it that way, we accidentally just joined it ourselves. I should have done it like this. Countdown time.
All right, 5.
There you go. That's how you do it. There you go, Dalish. Dalish figured it out.
Dalish.
5, 4, 3, 2,
1,
1, 9, 0, 7. 567. But we are great at this. We're doing so well.
12.
Also, I just realized I hope that it doesn't land on Team Sanity here. Because I had accidentally done that. That was my bad. I hate it here. Wanna cry?
8675309. I hear
8675309. 8675309.
Anyway. So I think you won,
who was
teacher.
the one? I won?
Yeah, you won.
I don't believe you. I didn't see it.
Hashtag rigged.
People have messed with me like that before.
No. It really was. Yeah. So we should probably re-roll.
Okay. Yeah. If you guys want to totally re-roll, I'm okay without the win there. That's totally all right with me.
All right. Here we go.
Hey.
Hello,
Boats.
Boatshed. All right. So we are doing a giveaway before we resume with the Stream Academy.
Yes. And I'm thinking we we could do a couple of things. We could go into my tech tip of the day, or we can get into our very first channel review. Simply Peachy! Peachy getting the win.
Everything's peachy over at Simply Peachy. Congratulations, you have that Steam key. It is all yours.
Oh, jeez, I forgot to breathe.
I love that we brought back Arsenio Hall for like 2 seconds. I love that.
All right,
why don't we why don't we do the tech tip of the day and then we'll move on to stream reviews? How does that sound?
Tech tip of the day and then review. All right, excellent. So, my first tech tip of the day is a very specific resource. I'm gonna swap it here so that way we can see our beautiful faces in full screen definition again. Whew. Whew. Oh boy. And so that way we can talk about one of my personal favorites that I have been using so much as of late that actually also helped me to put together that little call out thing down in the bottom right corner here, where it's doing all of the social media call outs. And it is a resource called Canva. Now, for some of us folks who have been in the game for a while, Canva is not anything new. But if you are not using it, it is such a beautiful thing that is super useful. Now, there is a free version and there is also a pro version. The pro version can get a little pricey. But something else that you can do is you can actually split it between a number of different people. So a pro account, it actually gives access to up to 5 different people. And it's $120 a year for the pro version. And so if you were to split that up, I'm bad with math. What is that?
So if it's $120 a year, there's 12 months in a year.
Yep. But I mean, like, split between 5 people. 120 divided by 5.
Oh, between 5 people.
What is that?
I'm
20.
I'm not good at math either.
Oh, geez, it's like 25-ish. I don't think that's an even number. No, that should be an even number. What the hell is it?
Dogface, can you help?
Boat Shed got it. It's 24.
24. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, everybody. This is not 24. The Math Academy. This is the Stream Academy.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm so terrible. I am so terrible. None of us are math teachers, I promise. But the thing is, you don't need the pro version. The free version still comes with, if what is being shown here is to be believed, over 250,000 free templates, many of which go for social media posts, presentations, videos, and you get 5 gigabytes of storage.
Right. Yeah, it's very useful. I've used it for every single piece of merch I've ever built. I've used it for the tabletop role-playing game I've designed.
Oh, yeah.
I use it for overlays. I use it for graphical elements. And it's one of those wonderful things where it's like, oh crap, I forgot to promo. Like, let's say you're streaming on Fridays at 7 and you're like, it's 5 o'clock. I forgot to make something. Canva has got your back. You can just quick fill in a template, go ahead and export it to your phone, because it actually has support on your phone or tablet. So it's not just a desktop only program. You can just on the fly create that promo, upload it, and then pat yourself on the back because look at you. You just did the professional thing without having to be stressed out.
So that is exactly where I made all of these little promos down at the bottom here, where it's saying like subscribe to Team Sanity TTV on YouTube. I made all of those on Canva, and even though I have a pro account, it was not needed for these callouts because all of those logos, all of those texts, like they were all free to use.
Yeah.
And you can add in motion and everything. You can download them as MP4s, GIFs, regular PNGs. Like they really give you so many options. It really gives you professional grade promos that you can make very quickly, very easily. I will tell you right now, like Microsoft Office got nothing on Canva. Not even it's just not even close. So here's a great example. So I'll actually show you guys one of the promos that I made using Canva. And so this right here was one from my Thursday stream that I had where I was playing some Destiny. And so with my Pro account, I also had access to a lot of different stock videos as well, which typically speaking, I went and looked up some of the stock videos. Sometimes just purchasing the stock videos by themselves one at a time. Like this video, it was something like a couple $100 to get it. That already I just paid for it just by doing this. Like,
Yep.
It was absolutely insane to think that it was that much money. And so, somebody's laughing at something. Totally mentioned Canva about Snarky and Evans at points in the past, but I digress.
Yep.
It's all right. It's now we're actually showing it. But this one right here is actually a full-on video that I made. And so if you go and like preview it and everything, you can actually see like I added in a little bit of music. I added that background video to make it seem like really, really cool. It gave some information. And then what's really awesome is that they have pre-made formats for each of the different social medias out there. You want to make Facebook posts? They have a template already set up for that. Twitter posts? They have a template. What else?
Instagram.
Instagram. I even think they have like a TikTok one set up as well. Like all of these templates, like it is super freaking useful to have. And if you really like it, yes, Nuke, we really do. I've been playing the shit out of Destiny, so we'll don't you worry. We're definitely playing that in the near future here.
Do it.
But it really is incredible. Like you can go in, there's elements here that you can add. You can see like there's all sorts of graphics. Let's say we wanted to search up, I'm gonna make another Destiny one. Let's say I look up, I don't know, space. Actually, you know what? Spaceship sounds cool.
Yeah,
So they have photos, graphics. I'm gonna hide our faces again here.
Okay.
So you can kind of see, it's got a lot of different things in terms of photos, graphics, videos, and audio. Personally, my favorite to look at is videos, because then you can kind of go in and see, like, if you hover over it, it'll give you a little preview of what is included. If you guys have checked out my stream recently, I've included a lot of new like overlays that I made myself with like fancy like tech graphics to make it look like I'm sitting in this fancy tech lab. I'll let you in on a little secret here. Guess where I made all of that?
Yep.
So I went for that Pro account and I now have access to all of these primo stock videos that can be used anywhere you want. And you don't have to worry about crediting anybody. They're stock videos.
They're stock
Free,
videos.
free for commercial use.
Yep. And actually, next week, I want to talk about another stock video archive that you can use in conjunction with Canva.
Even better.
Because Paxels.
We'll
get there.
I know that one. Yes, that one's great. That one is fantastic. But yes, if we're looking for a more in-depth tutorial on how to use Canva, let us know, and we could totally put together maybe a YouTube video for that.
Yeah, I think we could.
That way we can do a nice in-depth one that we can pause whenever you need to go through it and whatnot. I think that might be something that's pretty useful. I'll even sign in with a different account where it's not Pro. So that way we can still see the power that it has without all of the Pro features included.
Exactly. And welcome in Macro Scenery. And we got some questions from the chat here. Cuddle's asking, who's the first review we are doing today to give an example of how they work?
A certain DFG!
All right, so we'll do DFG first, and then we also have Dalish Elf and Cuddlefish on deck.
Oh, phenomenal. Let's go for Dog Face Gamer first.
Let's do it.
There you are. That's the one right there. Okay. So I'm going to pause the VOD real quick, and we're going to hop right into this. Academy will be taking place over a month. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
We we try to go through all of that today.
Nope.
We'd be here for days. That would be one of those actually like subathons. We'd be doing a subathon. That's basically what it would be at that point.
Yeah.
Review of Cuddle better be all good stuff or I'll end up in the basement. Yeah, it's true. Although, like I said, I was trying to put together a bar down there, so that way when I inevitably get put in there for poor performance review, I'll at least have somewhere to drink.
Yeah, that's right. It's a bar and re-education center. It's great.
Yes.
Anyway, are we showing Dog-Faced Gamers stream on stream, or are we just looking at it privately?
Oh no, we're gonna show it on stream.
Perfect.
We're showing it on stream here. DFG, you're ready, buddy. Don't you worry. Everything is good. Oh yeah, we'll meet you there. All right, here we go. All right, so for starters, let's get a quick shout out for DFG here for being willing and able to put himself on the spot here.
Yeah.
Because he totally deserves it. To give him a follow, give him some support. Totally something you should do. All right, so let's take a look here. So already lots of good things that we're seeing here. Lots of good things that we're seeing here. So for starters, you got all your past videos. You got all your past VODs. You got a couple of them saved. Recent broadcasts. That's great. You've got some suggested streamers. It's also very nice. Making sure you're kind of showing like, hey, these are some people that if I'm not live, you should check them out. That community building, we love it. Now looking at the background image here, Stranger, what are you thinking on this?
Right. So I like the way that we can very clearly see the Twitter at DFG streams. That's good because we do want our socials to be prominent. I think there probably might be some aspect ratio or some tweaking of the sizing that would help punch this up even further, because what we have here, especially while we're doing the auto host thing, is we have Dog-Faced Gamer sort of cut off on the right side, at least in my window, unless I like expand it really far.
So this is where things get a little tricky.
Yeah,
absolutely. And it's an issue on Twitch's side of things.
It is.
Because if you look at his page on mobile, you can see everything.
Right.
And that's where it starts to get tricky. And sometimes it means playing around with the image to have it so that way everything can be seen on either the right or the left side, because then it'll definitely also be shown on mobile. But I am curious about that too, Cuddle. It kind of looks, I will say, the background image is a little pixelated. And so there is a possibility that in terms of ratio, it might be a little off. But I will tell you right now, it is not terrible.
Yeah, it's not.
It's honestly an overall very good banner. I just think with a few tweaks here and there, a few small changes, and we'd be able to really bump this up to the next level.
Hey, listen.
Oh my goodness, Bungus just came in. Rated 14! Welcome, Raiders!
Oh, welcome, Raiders, to the Stream Academy. We are doing a stream review of the Dog-Faced Gamer, as well as giving tips, tricks, and encouragement to both new and old streamers alike.
Yes. So that's where things get interesting in terms of properly sizing for Twitch. It does get a little odd. That might be why it's got a blur on it already. So it's possible. Really, the biggest thing that I was looking at was making sure that the text was very clear. It doesn't look like the text is very sharp. I don't necessarily mind the blur in the background image. I'm still quite curious as to why you chose a jail cell. There's probably something I'm missing.
the dog pound, the idea, the sort of thematic of the
All right.
sort of.
All right, I love it.
pound thing.
The dog pound. You know what? I kind of love that now.
Yeah.
I kind of love that now. Okay. You know what? Yeah. Don't change it. That's fantastic. In terms of pixel issues, it kind of comes down to a couple of things that you can do. I would actually say Canva would help out a lot because they actually have a setup where you can either put in custom measurements, or you can I believe they have a template for it as well. I'd have to look into the template, but either way, it's still use Canva and still run into pixel issues. It might be, I'm trying to think here, because it might be a Twitch issue on that, right? On that point.
Yeah, there might be a Twitch issue. It also, one thing that I've noticed, and it's really annoying, is you can kind of trade off where you won't run into the pixel issue, but it means that your image won't necessarily justify in the way that you need it. It won't line up in the way that you need it to originally in your head. But it'll be a high enough DPI. So DPI stands for dots per inch,
Yes.
which is how much information is in this image. So a high resolution image usually has a very high DPI.
Sometimes what you can do is you can actually double the dimensions. Like each ratio gets doubled. I forget what the exact ratio is for a Twitch banner. Sometimes if you double it, it'll reformat and resize it, and it'll keep the higher quality when it scales it back down.
Yeah.
There's sometimes a trick around with that.
Yeah. And again, this isn't necessarily something we're laying at your feet. This is something that, because Twitch's interface is apparently stuck in 2002 and they're still using tables instead of cascading style sheets, that means we're going to get this problem.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so moving on here, we got a lot of things here. So issues think all info on Twitch banner size is out of date because you've tried several size references and all have issues, which is why I hate the banner so much. No, that makes total sense. That's why I think like doubling the banner size might actually be helpful, because then it's a higher DPI and it'll just smooth it down. And so it is not 100% his fault.
Exactly.
But and also Bungus, don't you worry. You'll only get reviewed if you choose to do so.
Yep.
And we don't shit on anybody. We try to provide some helpful stuff, because otherwise, like, from what I can tell here, you know what? Here, let's look a little bit further. So let's look at the about section here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got some panels and everything. Pretty simple. You've got everything pretty much the same in terms of what your panels look like, which is good. Keeps it consistent. Yeah, no shitting on people here. No. That's got to be consensual as well. It's nice that you have a countdown to your stream. Oh. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's a nice little shout out.
I like that.
8 minutes? 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Is the countdown accurate? Yeah, that's a good point. Is it accurate? Looks like, so I'm curious here. In terms of that schedule, is it the same schedule on here? Oh. It looks like it.
Oh, nice. We are synced.
It does look like it. It's important to have the schedule accurate here and on there.
Yep.
But that's really good. That's a very good thing to have. You got to make sure that your schedule, like, Cuddle was actually mentioning this when I was going and I was changing the titles of my upcoming streams ahead of time, and she's like, "Wait, you're doing that?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." it's good to have that schedule and to kind of change it around and whatnot. So that way you know exactly what it is that is going to be shown on each time.
Kill him with those shoulders.
Ooh, and the gifted sub from Nuke to Tesha Rain.
Oh, thank you so much.
Excellent. We love it.
Yeah.
So schedule looks great.
Yeah.
Schedule looks great. That's really a great setup area. Information up here is accurate. Central time. And you have your countdown right there. Yeah, all of that is really well put together there.
Yeah. And speaking of the content of your about stuff, I appreciate that you're already cluing in new viewers as to some catchphrases. A little bit. It's easy to go kind of overboard with the catchphrases, but you don't. And I appreciate that. I also appreciate that you specify right off the bat not only what kind of variety streamer you are, not only the name of your community, but also specifying your time zone. This is so easy to miss. It is so easy to miss.
Time
so
zones.
Thank you for saying that.
Yes, time zones are very important to have in your schedules, because if you don't put that, then it starts to people don't show up at the right time. And you want people to show up. So yes, Seeker, it does look very clean. It's very like somehow you managed to nearly get all your panels lined up with one another. Mine does not have that. Like the panels are all somehow lined up, and that's like that's very hard to do, because Twitch likes to like change around the format every now and then just because they feel like it. I am curious about that though. So the panels, is there a specific I think I see what's going on with the coloring here. So all of the socials are in sort of like that off blue color. Donation is in green, makes sense. YouTube is red. But you know what? While I'm thinking about it, did I subscribe to you on YouTube? I did. Excellent. That's what I thought. Hey, look at that! You drew me into one of your panels, one of your links.
Hey.
Reasons why panels are so important. Having your panels lined up was one of your proudest moments. Oh yeah, absolutely. Mine are not. Mine are not lined up at all. So that's really a big deal. But yes, I like that it's color coded. Typically speaking, I would recommend to have a consistent theme with panels to what your overall theme is. Kind of like, for me, I use a lot of like blue and like a yellowish gold type color. And so a lot of, all of my panels have that same exact design and color scheme. But this also makes a lot of sense. And so that typical bit of advice, I'm gonna leave that off the table because it works for what you're going for.
Exactly. There was an earlier comment from Cuddlefish that says,
yes,
I would have an about me panel that actually letting people know who you are as a streamer and what your channel is all about. You kind of get, you have a sort of very short one-line blurb about that. So at least we have that clue.
Yes.
So I think what one way that you could expand on that is talking about, and this may require you to look at some VODs or ask some people about, hey, what are some features about me that really set me apart from other variety horror streamers or variety sim streamers? Is it the jelly bean challenge? Is it the hot sauce? Is it my personality, the particular kind of personality that I have? Whatever that kind of feature that you want to accentuate is. I mean, for instance, for me, what I try to sort of lure people in with is sort of both the voice, the chill vibes, and the fact that I'm part of several communities that are underrepresented on Twitch. And so when we're kind of tooling this sort of presentation of ourselves, it might be a good idea to sort of take a journal and just kind of go, okay, what is the most noticeable thing that I know is a strength? Something that I can feel confident in. And then you can use that to flesh out your about me.
Absolutely. That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, your about me section should include what makes you unique. I saw a question about video editing class. I feel like that would be extremely useful to do. I'd be more than willing to help out with that. There's a lot of different video editors out there. Depending on the type of phone that you have, it might even be useful to use something like your phone for video editing, because if you have something like an iPhone, you can use iMovie, which one of the best free video editors out there. Otherwise, there's a bunch of options, but we can totally do a video or a stream with that where we go and do some video editing, because a lot of people want to know more about that. I've seen that a lot, and so I think that would be excessively useful. Let's see here. About me could answer, why should I watch you and what makes you different from other stream? Yes.
What are your channel's core values and purpose?
Yes.
And one way that you can, if you don't want to write a core value statement, one thing that can be useful is just having a section that says chat ethics, because that's going to communicate a lot of what you expect from chat and what you expect from from your community, without having to do like, a mission statement.
Absolutely.
So,
for Apex here, also, hi Apex, good to see you, buddy.
Hi, Apex.
So your panels were lined up until you upgraded your monitors. Now it's chaos again. Do you think most people view them with player and chat open or with the viewer closed? So, because Twitch is great in their layout at times, most people are not able to have the video player up at the same time. If they are watching from like a computer. However, mobile actually has a bit more of an intuitive design, because for example, using my iPhone, if I scroll out of the video, I can still go and scroll around the rest of Twitch while still having the actual video, the live stream up and running. And so I think for that question, Apex, I think it really depends on where they're watching it from. Either way, if they're on, let's say, a computer like this, it will still show the video here and you can still hear the video. But as they scroll, they won't be able to see it. So that's why another reason audio is so important. Sometimes more important than the video.
Yep.
Guy who uses blank panels as spacers to get a good stacking effect. I mean, I just have so much that I stopped trying.
That's real. That's real.
I got to a point. So lost motivation to do it when mine started going 5 panels across instead of 4. Oh, damn, jeez. Yeah, having your schedule in multiple places really makes sure that the information gets out there. Absolutely. Ooh. And the differentiating content is really good too. It looks like you have a YouTube channel and a YouTube channel strictly for your VODs.
Oh.
Almost like you're using that as a free method of storing your VODs.
Oh.
Good idea.
Good.
That is a very good idea. Heavily, that is something that I don't even do. And so I would highly, highly, highly recommend doing that.
Yeah.
Like, that is really, really good to have. And you've got all your important socials there. Like, overall, your page is pretty well put together. Now, I am curious to see. I want to pull up one of your vids here. Yeah. Just because I want to see. Okay. So this is interesting. So keep this in mind here as I'm going here. And yes, it does have an export feature. Now you do have to be careful though, because if you are affiliated with Twitch, they do have a period of time where you're not allowed to post it anywhere until after they have had the exclusive rights to it for the first, I want to say 24 hours.
Right.
So 24 hours, you cannot post it anywhere else. You have to be careful about that.
Yep.
And so make sure that if you're going to post it, like let's say you stream tonight at 5, you go live until, let's say 7. You would not be able to post. Yes, you can export. You can't make it public. Yes, that's what I'm meaning to say here. You can keep it up on Twitch. Twitch is fine, but they have that in their contract where they basically say we have exclusive rights to it for the first 24 hours. Now, here is something that I'll give as another piece of advice here. I would almost recommend. So obviously your starting soon screen, your actual overlay looks very nice, looks very clean. I like kind of the layout that we're going for here. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of this theme popping up in your actual about screen, like your actual Twitch page, to kind of keep the overall theme matching, because obviously here we have like some of this like tealish mint green with the purple and a bit of the blue background and the white. But then when you go to your actual page, I don't really see any of those colors there. I know it's a very small detail. It's a very, very small detail. But it might be worth it. So like this little side panel over here that's in the color red might be worth it to try and change it up to a color that is more fitting of your overlay.
Right. Yeah, that might be worth it.
Yeah, it's something to look into. Aesthetically, I always find it so satisfying when everything is all matchy. It's just my thing. Might have some slight OCD tendencies, just like a little bit. But the overlays be a dog park or dog pound or something, that'd be fun. That's what you can use Canva for.
Yeah, they recently changed it from red. Okay, good to know.
Oh, so should I?
Probably forgot to change it. Okay, that's fine.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. There's a quick question from Cuddle. Starting soon. Screen time length thoughts. I do have thoughts on this.
Oh, okay.
This is a little bit of a hot take, and so accept it as a hot take. It's not objective law, but it is a little bit of a hot take. My hot take is this: you are in broadcasting when you're on Twitch. That means you have to capture people's attention. If you have a starting soon screen that lasts longer than maximum 2 minutes before something happens,
wow.
you can build in multiple things. So like one thing I do on my stream is I have the starting soon, there's a loading bar as always, and then we go to an intro video of of what the stream is going to be. So like I am a huge fan of classic TV, so like my variety horror stream is based off of the intro to Tales from the Dark Side. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that builds in, all told, I believe it's 2 minutes 30 seconds and then 1 minute 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't go above 6 minutes. And I generally keep that as a rule. So unless you have a lot of prep that you want to do after you press go live, I would probably suggest reduce the time of the starting soon screen.
Yep.
And then just do more prep before you press the go live button. But again, that's a hot take, so yeah. I know not everyone has the same view here. So
personally, what I did, because I felt like my intro was lacking, so I went and used Canva to make a bit of an intro screen, and then I made an actual intro video in addition to that. The intro screen is more like when I'm getting ready, so it just plays something like this, where it has like the stream starting soon, and it's almost laid out so that there's different slides. You'll start to see that as you mess around with Canva a little bit more. But what it does is it flips through everything and gives them a little bit of information. So if they missed anything in the panels, kind of like what Apex was talking about with like not being able to go and visit the panels to take a look at some of the information. Well, now it's being displayed for them in the actual video itself. And so that makes it a little more useful for being able to display all of that information. And I let it go through maybe once or twice because I don't have to be bombarded. And then I go into my actual intro video. Oh, jeez. We're going to close that out real quick before it gets anything in terms of DMCA.
Yeah.
But,
And you're right, Cuttlefish. Yeah, they're absolutely. So what you're doing then? Most people go with 5. This is Dogface Gamer talking. I know most people go with a 5-minute time length. I go with 10 minutes and spend that time hyping up the chat prior to the stream. I have my mic on and talk to the chat. Cool. As long as there's some form of interaction, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't do it.
Yes.
I've also seen streamers. And I don't think you're one of them, but I've seen streamers in other places where they'll just have that on for 30 minutes and do nothing.
No, absolutely not.
And I'm like, no, do not do that.
I'll be leaving in the first 3.
Yeah, exactly.
If that's the case, like that's that's not great.
That's not great. So the fact that you use it as a kind of behind the scenes hype up time. I like that angle. That's a good angle, and that allows you to sort of peel back the curtain and reveal a little bit more of your humanity.
Oh, absolutely.
Rather than just doing the broadcast character. So that's a good move. So absolutely thumbs up with that.
Yeah, and Cuddle makes a really good point. At 30 minutes, starting soon screen reads, I will not start until I have at least X number of people in chat. Like that's no. That's a red flag. Red flag.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Yeah. But yes, Stranded, we're doing a little bit of just some stuff to help out with streaming. Some tips, some tricks. We're doing channel reviews. We did a little bit of everything. And I think we're starting to wrap things up here because we're coming up on the 2-hour mark and we're past 5 o'clock, which I know was supposed to be the end of our stream. We got a little bit of a late start, just making sure everything, technically speaking, worked the way that it was supposed to. But Bungus, you're thinking you would like a channel review? Well, you feel free to use the command join, and it will put you into the queue for next time. So that way we can give you a nice review, because honestly, DFG gave us a lot of and just thank you so much for letting us use you as the guinea pig today. And so looking to see here, looks like glad to have found you over your normal schedule. Very nice. Very nice. And DFG, let's see. So here's my take on it. And like Stranger Peace said, it's a chat move. Contentious topic from Twitch's side. It can take up to 6 minutes for the go live notification to go out to all of your followers. I hype up folks up behind the scenes, then I really off the hype at 6 minutes. At 2 minutes, I turn on my actual hype music, and then it's go time. That's good point to make. All right.
Yeah, good.
Mr.
Good.
Grinchy, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And hey, yes, going forward, what would you suggest people do right now to have access to the tips so far and have more content offline until next week? Peace.
All right, so there's a couple of things that you can do. We're going to be putting, of course, you can always rewatch the VOD, but we're also going to be putting this VOD on YouTube. That way you can easily digest it, and we'll make sure to chapter title it, so that way you can just look in the little about me and be like, oh, what was that point about, starting soon screens? Well, where was that? And then you just click on it, and it's right there. There's also, we're playing around with a couple ideas. Like I remember GT thinking about a podcast, something like that. Some rumors there.
I've been working on some stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, if you have any questions for us, please join that Discord. You can find us in the Team Sanity Discord, just hanging out all the time. You can just either PM us, or you can go straight to the Team Sanity Academy channel in the Team Sanity Discord, and there's a little tiny thing that says help. It's right below lesson plans, and it's like help, and then you put your question, and then we help you. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful system.
So
Please
beautiful. So beautiful. And DFG, I'm glad that we could help, and I'm glad that you got some information about what you can do going forward. Once again, thank you for letting us put you on the spot. Like that was,
thank you.
Like it's definitely a lot. Coming back from that international stream from yesterday. Ooh. Oh, don't worry, we're weird, just in a much different way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Mrs. Snarky, we really appreciate you. And we really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for coming by for our inaugural stream here. It was such a pleasure to teach with you, G-Teach. I got to say, I really adore this.
This is co-teaching dream team, like, hands down. Like, you're welcome in my classroom anytime.
Same.
Yes.
Get you in.
Oh man, honestly, it would be much nicer that way if I had you in my actual classroom.
Right.
Oh my
man.
goodness. Yeah, just having the extra body in there. It would be nice.
It would be.
Oh, and you know what? That's a great idea. I think you need to lead us into the next giveaway.
All right,
one more giveaway. Yeah.
One last giveaway before we go, so be sure to type !giveaway, and that is not the word ! That is, you press shift, you press 1, and then that makes an exclamation point, and then you type the word giveaway. Exactly. Apex, thank you so much for leading the charge. Thank you, Stranded Duck. Thank you, Thomas JW. Let's go ahead. We are giving away I keep saying stream keys.
Yes.
Steam keys. So by the way, this is something that can happen, streamer mouth, where you just keep on making the same error, and that is a great source of humor. Let me tell you.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I'd honestly say probably my mods are the most cruel to me for that out of everybody. Which, by the way, if your mods don't make fun of you, honestly, you might want other mods.
Oh no, I messed up. I messed up. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you deleted everyone.
I did a bad thing. I'm so sorry.
Principal Cuddle. Do we need to go to the basement?
I'm so sorry.
Everybody join back in. Bro.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Wait, that's everybody. And then I'll just take this one out and this one out, and I'll just do it this way.
There we go. Perfect.
So it's just joining up everybody who's in chat?
Yeah. Everybody who's chatted, and then I'll just take out all the people who, doesn't get one.
Yeah, I don't need shit.
I don't need anything.
Yeah, all I need, I enjoy you kicking a wonton.
I think that's a Peachy won already. I think that's it.
Okay.
Does Miss G Teacher play?
I honestly though, if she wins a game, I can use that to convince her more to start streaming, because I really think that she would be incredible at it. She would have so much fun, and oh my goodness, we would support the shit out of her.
Oh yeah.
She's already got like she's one of Lesbie's wives.
Oh nice.
Like yeah, we definitely like that comment right there. Yeah, we need Mrs. G Teacher streams. We absolutely do.
All right, I think I might have fixed it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
All right, it's all good. Thank you so much for fixing it. So, if that's everybody, there we go. There's the 5.
Yeah,
with the cuttlefish.
Lesbie wives, cold for life.
That's right. A 4.
Oh boy.
Cuatro.
Who's gonna be next? 7. Damn it! All right, keep it going. We're at 7. This is like that game that used to play in like icebreakers. 3, 16,
2,
10,
20, 15, 9,
1,
14, 1, 18.
We got
3
it.
is a great number. 21, 6, 9.
Ah, yes.
Go.
Yes, yes, babe. We're trying to get you into streaming. You have a very high demand for your for you streaming. Something to keep in mind here.
Oh,
Really not Scotty.
All right, really not Scotty. You are our winner. Congratulations, you just got yourself a Steam key. Not a stream key, but a Steam key. So that will be on the way soon.
Yes, indeed. Yes, and frickin' deed.
Awesome.
Tell the Mister to bring back our sim streams. Well, I can set that up if maybe you're set up at your own stream as well at the same time.
That look, that face. Perfect.
Oh, all right. So, how do we do our outro here? What are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling something along this. To all of the streamers out there, don't give up hope. Keep learning. Keep going forward. And we've got your back here at Team Sanity. This is Stranger Peace, signing off.
I don't think I can't do better than that. Like, you set the bar like up here. Like, in all honesty, I just gotta say, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for doing this, for joining in for this nice little experiment that we've been working on since, I think it was like December was the earliest we were talking about this. We've been working on this for some time. And so I think we need a good raid target.
Let's do it.
Who we feeling here? I think we might need some options. Oh, you know what, Cuddle? That sounds like a phenomenal idea. Somebody that both Cuddle and I were looking into for some fun stuff.
Let's do it.
And so we are going to hit up one of... she's also actually used to be a teacher.
Oh, nice.
A teacher turned full-time streamer. And so
Perfect.
I think we're going to do exactly that. She is a phenomenal person, total nerd. She goes by the handle LMNOP. And
Nice.
so I think we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna roll in force.
Let's do it.
Spam those raid commands. Make sure to hit us up on all of the Team Sanity socials. Join our Discord. We're more than willing to help you guys out with anything else you might need, anything streaming related. And I usually say this in my streams, but class, you're officially dismissed. Let's get that raid going, and we'll see you guys there. Oh, Cuddle has one last thing. Go ahead.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. One last thing. Team Sanity has a Sims Shell Challenge at the moment that'll end at the end of the month. So if you go and you look up in the Sims gallery, hashtag Team Sanity TTV, you will be able to find the Shell Challenge and participate in our New Year's Shell Challenge for The Sims. And we'll do a drawing and you'll get a prize if you win.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.